Alright, welcome back to another episode of Game Crafters, where today we're going to be building a level this time around. I have an idea on how I want this level to go. But, we'll see how this all plays out. Also, I don't remember. Did I put this in this mode before? Probably. I have no clue. It feels right. Could be right. So it is right for now until I decide I don't like it. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like and subscribe for more. So we are going to just build a nice little level. If you don't know where we are in the map, there is an intersection here. So I have something in mind for like a nice little bridge-esque kind of thing here. To basically tell you, if you go to past this point, you will get to the other two locations down below, so it's not the case of... Honestly, I don't even know why I'm trying to, have it somewhat match the... I guess aesthetic-wise, it's nice because it's like you go around and boom. But also at the same time, it really doesn't matter where all this stuff goes. In one of the levels, I had the player start up here, even though they entered the level from this side. So, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter that much. But I'm doing it anyways, because why not? You see water here, and there's a bridge. Though, honestly, I do feel like if we are going to put a bridge here, it could probably stand to be more in this direction, right? There's a bridge and whatnot, and then there's the river. That's the downward slope going down. Just decorations and makes the level smaller, which is good to have because you don't need too big of a level. I do, of course, want to have at least a section here that's nice and thick. And I have something in mind for that. A few things in mind for this particular section right here. Something along the lines of this. And then there's going to be a way to get around there. I'll have to move the finish somewhere else, but I have some idea. What's it going to look like? I don't know. But the theme should still stick with it being a mountain. Though, okay, hold on. At the very least, I do at least want to make this one wide, just like that. How wide? I don't know. And where is Moses gonna go? Again, I don't know. I have something in mind. But let me at least get this particular spot finished first. Just a little something like this. Then we can have some twos here. Like that. Alright, now, we're gonna have ice here in the middle. I should at least try to figure out where I can put some poison splotches. But it's fine. So there's ice in the middle, and there'll be enemies in the middle as well. Also, let me make sure everything's recording properly. It does seem to be. Alright, good. Alright, normal enemy whore. I don't know how much it matters the directions, but I suppose we could do this regardless. And then normal enemy vertical. Though I do feel like if we want the enemies to have a somewhat different, we could do this. Because everybody's going to have their own size thing. And having them change up a bit is not the worst idea. So I'll put you here, but I'll put you here. Yeah, right there. So you got no choice but to go in that one direction. One direction. Where? Wait, no, here. Here's where I want to go. Lock. Now, I guess the question here is, how do we want this to go? about doing its thing. There's a few things we could do. Have some lava splotches around the level to kind of prevent you from going certain places. Since we are... I have no clue, actually. How close are we? Can I get a good look at it in the Paint Maze map? I mean, yeah, we are kind of close to the volcano, so having some more lava splotches here would be nice, I suppose. But not too much. We're not that close to the lava. We're still technically close to the grasslands, but the grasslands also has a bunch of lava in it too. Regardless, lava splotches. Now, I guess the question here is lava splotches. Probably. Do I leave a spot open? Don't know. I was gonna question if I should leave a spot open, but we'll just do that instead. Let's see. We need some clockwise enemies over here. Or in this case, we're lagging. Counterclockwise. Yeah, this should be counter. Get me to the enemies, damn it. And if I remember correctly, you need to be 1, and you need to... that's the wrong button. You need to be 3. 3... Or is it... Is 2... No, it's 2 and 0. 1 is right. 0 is up. 2 is down. I believe. I think, at least. Now the question here is, how do we want to go about doing this segment? Because I think the idea here is to gain access to a key. Maybe a key. Then you go on ahead, come back to here, and gain access to another key. No. Well, let me think. So we lock that off. Okay. And there's another... There has to be a reason to go here, right? Unless there's like 2. And you need to have 2 here to be able to get to the crate that you can't access unless you go through the thing. I could come up with something on the fly. So you can't get to this crate unless you opened up this. Which means you need to get a key, but there will be another key in here, so you need to prioritize that. Unless we want to have like the keys be in their own separate area, so 1 key here, but also at the same time, it's like having to be forced to go through these enemies here makes the most sense. So having both of the keys be in this general area, at the very least, is more reasonable. No, a key here, then a key here, I mean. So yeah, we'll just grab a key. I'll leave it in here for now while I figure it out, and I'll do the same thing with this. Maybe. For now, though, let's continue figuring out how the rest of this level will go. I have an idea. I think a nice poison area here would look good. But on top of that... How do I want this to go? Unless we put something here, an enemy here, and then an enemy somewhere over here. This would be clockwise? Counterclockwise? No, it has to be clockwise. Unless we want counterclockwise here. And we can have like one of those here. But then we would need normal clockwise. Which would mean that you can be 1 to go in this direction. But we do need counterclockwise here, so you can go over here. Then I need some poison. Because why not? Poison to like force you to go certain ways and also remind you you need to be careful with the poison steps here, because if you're not careful, you're going to end up dead. Let's see. Because there's only so many spots I can really cover up here. I'm going to have to test and see if any of this makes sense. Then you get out of the poison splotch there. Mayhaps. Spot that needs to be left open is mostly this and this. We could probably at least have a 2 here, right? And then we could probably do something like this. But leave some of it open, like this open over here. But you'll need to go out, then go back in, risking potential death. And that should be good. A would hoop. So you first have to go through here and go through all of this. Now what's going to be in here? Well, a crate puzzle, so to speak. Topped off with some enemies, somewhat here and there, and some poison splotches as well. Kind of preventing you from just, doing whatever. You wouldn't be able to push it there, so you would have no choice but to push it in that direction. Even though this would just get you simply straight to where you need to go to. Which is what you want. You won't be able to push it out if I leave that there, so don't do that. And the same thing here, so don't do that. But then you're not able to really push anything out there if that was here, so... I guess we'll just bring this down. Kind of have to. Okay, then. I also got another idea here. Would there be a way you could push this through? No. That would just be instant death. So you have to push it up here. Just the question is how and where. I don't think that's going to work. Because you can't get it up. Putting it here, it won't work. You still need to get it up. Putting it here won't work because you still need to move it right. Putting a block here makes you think, oh, I gotta go that way. Putting a block here should be fine. Plus, there's still gonna be like a bunch of enemies you'll have to pass by as well. So we also gotta build it to accommodate the enemies. If that's the case, we need counterclockwise here. And on top of that, how about the key here? Or we could put the key like right here and have it be like an open space to get to. So these guys are going around and around. This No. No. No, you still end up there. Maybe we just use some horizontal enemies. We could put a vertical enemy right here, I think. We'll make you one. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Even though I think I got all the gameplay objects I need on the screen, but that's fine. You'll go down. Because it really depends on what direction you want to go and tackle this. Other than that, there's not really too much complications here, or at least I'd like to think. I'm thinking of myself going through it, and I'm like, oh, can't go there, oh, can't go there, enemy in the way. I could just wait, oh, can't go there, enemy in the way. It ends up not being as simple as I like to think it is, but it's fine. Okay, this could still go out, so that's not going to be a problem. But you need this key to unlock that first, then you need that key to unlock this. So no matter what, you're going to have to go through it at least once. I'll leave it open. You could choose what side you want to go. I might also have this be locked off and there be a key somewhere. Where is key? Maybe up here. I don't know. Maybe go up here first. Grab key, go around, boom. Other than that, though... Alright, let's see. So we obviously need this spot to be open. But aside from that, we need some water here to kind of prevent the crate from being able to go through certain enemy-heavy spots. But also... let's see, where would the enemies be? You have to push a crate to get it there. We could probably have some enemies here so that they're going around clockwise in this kind of motion. Maybe. I need clockwise or counterclockwise is the number word thing. The thing I need. Counterclockwise. Direction, movement, whatever you want to call it. Okay, hold on. You go here, you go here. Like so. The key needs to also be in a reasonable spot, too. And then the crate needs to be somewhere as well. Can't exactly put anything underneath that. Can't exactly put anything there either. Unless we were to expand that, but... it's gotta be moved down at least once. That much is the case. I say this more so just prevents you from being able to just move that into position, right? So enemies are moving there. You'd have to move it down there, but is there any means necessary? Probably do something like that. No. Still kind of just gets in the way. Have it be like that. But you still have to go through to get to the crate, so... yeah. I want to have at least another one of those, but unless this is moved down here instead. So you have to go there to get to it. So that's one. Move it up and around. Then here. Have to go through here again. But also you can't push that through there, so that's not going to work. I need to leave that open. Then down again. As a corner, so you'll still have to go down and around. But now the fun part of figuring out where this all needs to go. A nice X. Maybe. And we can probably also just have you do this. And you do the same. I mean, at this point, might as well. Nice mountainside there. And before we continue to test it, I got to figure out where you are going to end up. Although I do have an idea. We can use some of this to kind of force you to have to go up a little bit every now and again. All right, let's test this out. Oh, but wait, hold on. We need to at least put a couple of these here. Or we could, yeah, we could do that, right? Put like 3 here. You have to move the crate out of the way. But then one of these has to be moved out a little bit further away. Same thing here. Depending on where you decide to push the crate, I mean, you're going to have to move it anyways, right? So you might as well move it in the places that make sense to move it in. But then again, you can't really push it now, can you? Unless you were to push one of these in the other direction. But how would I go about doing that for here? Unless I decided to move... Do I need to move it? Is there any way you could do it here? Could be here. It would make this part a bit longer. And expanding it out in this direction would work. Yes. Well, if you have the key at this point... Yeah, if you have the key at this point, you would open that up. But having to force you to go through that multiple times isn't exactly the idea here. What we could do is move this over here then. Move you here and move you here. So then as soon as you get over to here, go down, push that up, push that out, and then boom. But also this is in the way. So unless you were able to get to here, getting to there would not be possible. Again, unless you have to push it in the middle. Because like either way, you're going to have to push it in some direction. You know you got to push it here, so then you move it up. Though, then again, does it really matter at that point if this is out by that much? Because you're pushing it here. Then you're going to push it out and around. I think that's how it was. You push it here, go out and around, push it down, go up and down, push it here, go back, and then push it up. Then you gotta push it up here, Go around and about, and then boom. It's a bit tricky, but nothing too convoluted, I say, as it literally is a whole roundabout. Oh, God. There we go. God, I gotta replace this damn thing. No, oh, well. It's already tricky here, but I think we can manage. This is tricky, isn't it? Oh God, I don't even know where it's at. I don't know how I'm making these so difficult and convoluted. I could have probably went down and right. Oh, I gotta go through here now. I'm sure it'll be fine if I go now. Jeez. Half the challenge is just trying to get used to the goddamn enemy's movements. I feel like that's where a large majority of this game's challenge is trying to get used to the enemy's movements. And it's very much tricky if you haven't played in a while. Okay, now. You really gotta just hone your brain in on what the next move is. Well, this one should be easy. These guys are in a good direction here. I gotta move you. I gotta wait for you to go and push that down, go here. Well, that part's not too difficult at least. And now we can start making this easier by killing the enemies. That's why you want to use the crates to kill the enemies. I could also kill you. Which is fine to do, but I don't think I want to try to figure out how to kill you guys here. I don't need to. Alright. We can make this easier by killing you. Now I gotta go back. We've made this slightly easier by at least killing one of the enemies here. Oh, you can make all of that easier if you can kill all the enemies there. I can kill these two if I play my cards right. Yeah, it's like the initial is like very tricky. You're like, how the hell do I do this? Then you go through it and you're like, oh, that's how. Yeah, killing those guys there would be very beneficial. I don't need to worry about killing them, so that should be fine. Now I have the key. Oh, I probably could have freed up a crate, couldn't I have? That's fine, I can go back. The going back is not the hard part. It's the, having to go through it is the hard part. Okay, we can immediately start by killing an enemy, but then it's going to make him go out and around. And now I gotta go out and around here. Oh, okay. Give me a second. Oh, please move. Killing one of the enemies here made it easy, though. And now killing them all makes it easier. Alright, good. Oh, shit. It's fine. I would say bring it downwards, but I could just do that and it'll be fine. I was thinking maybe going through there to get to that point, but that played out differently. Alright, almost all the enemies here are dead. Unfortunately, I can't kill all the enemies. And also, unfortunately, I can't push this out without dying. I forgot about that tidbit. Unless I can. No, there's no way. Okay, so that's going to be an issue. Now, how do I want to do this without having this be the way you go to get to there? Unless I were to move this here, and this here, and that here. But then you can't really get to there now, can you? So this entire segment here is pointless. I mean, we could just put water here, but I really want to try to put poison here. Push the crate down and put it there. Then you go there and you go here, and boom, you'd be fine. But you need to go to here to get to that. So how do I go about doing this without putting water down? If I was able to put water down, then it'd be fine, but at the same time, I mean, we already got water there. At this point, what's the difference? I could put water down and force you to go down certain routes and whatnot. I could still do this too. Make you think about your next move. Now it should at least be possible. Whew. This is a level. This is a level indeed. Alright. I made it! I somehow lived! Boy, man, I tell ya. This is definitely just one of those kinds of levels. It might be fine to go in this direction. I forgot about that guy. This is what happens when you don't pay attention to the environment and the enemies in it. It's like you could take your time to some extent, but not completely. I still think this is probably the better way to go about this particular part of the area. And wait for you to do your stupid thing, and we go around. And we'll go here then. Okay. Now we're gonna make this area easier by killing everything. Except for the things we can't kill. Like, this part's not that bad, which is great. This part, on the other hand, let's make it easier. Kill. Kill. Kill! I could definitely make this easier. There's no reason I can't make this easier, right? Kill. Easy. Look at that. Very easy. Now we just made that entire section extremely easy, which is great. We can also make this section easy. Can I kill every single enemy? Probably not. I would like to think I can. But I don't believe I can. Oh, wait. Now I'll go. Alright, I can... Oh, there is a way. But there's just no way. Could I? No. I mean, technically I could if I moved this over here and just did that, and then just did this. So there was a way. It was actually very easy. I forgot to open the gate again and move the crate so I don't have to go. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Kill. So now this is forcing me to have to go up instead. But I'm going to have to go left for now. Kill! Unless I can't. Is there really... Oh, hold on. Can I delete this for now and continue? Because if I can't find another way to get around, then I'll just get rid of that. Now everybody here is dead. Now I can move this out, kill one of them, which means I could probably put 3 here, or 4, and then complete it. Really, you stupid thing. Alright, we'll get rid of that. We'll put 4 in here. Maybe? Well, let's see. There's 5 here. Okay, so maybe we don't do that then. Maybe we do this, then that. So this way you are encouraged to kill at least one of them. For the most part. Anyways. Then other than that, I think that's it. Alright then. We can work with that, I think. Also, you should probably be like over here so I can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, within a span of almost 40 minutes. Now let's copy this. Simply put. And in an attempt to make it look like there's an oversized bridge, I just made it look like a mess. But that's fine. That's the hectic nature of the mountain right there. God, would you stop fucking freezing, you stupid fucking computer? Alright, let's see. Also, everything doing good? Seems like it. That's not where I want to go. Well, I guess this is just set up in a way to make it so there are a few obstacles you gotta get past here. A few obstacles. A bit of a mess. But the point still comes across. It is quite a challenging level. At least in the beginning. Then once you get the crates out and start running enemies over with them, it starts to make the area a ton more easier. Especially if you go out of your way to kill all the enemies with the crates. Like I've said before, that's pretty much half the fun with this game, is figuring out a way to make the level easier by killing enemies with the crates. Some enemies you can't kill, unfortunately, without losing the crate at least. And if you lose a crate, you can't really progress now, can you? Unfortunately, no. No, you can't. But that's fine. You don't need to kill every enemy. Just some. Is that everything? It looks like it. Alright, let's grab my water brush, I think. Yeah, water is fine. Water is fine. Here, there, and here. Get me the poison. And get me the more poison. Sounds like next door neighbors are home. Making a lot of noise. Even the cat woke up and was like, with one ear back, kind of. Still kind of back. Alright, continuing on. Poison up here. I wanted to do something with that. I mean, I guess that was more so just a means that you can't just go around like this. You had to go around this way. But it's fine. Alright, let's move on to the lock now. All the locks where they're at. The finish. Oh, I know where you's gonna go. The crate first. Just so we can get that out of the way. The ice feels nice. Just a nice little center portion with the ice there. And the lava enemy. Lava. Yes, the lava. The lava more so preventing you from being able to move around and do certain things. That lava. I don't think there was many lava outside of this general portion here. At least from what I can see. Then the enemy. Boom, boom, boom. Doop, doop, doop. Boop. Doop. Doop. Doop, doop. There's a lot of enemies here. I mean, in a game like this, there's going to be a lot of enemies. That's just how that goes. Enemies galore. Don't give me more. Oh, I missed an enemy. That's not where you go. You go here. Alright, let's just examine the level real quick and see if I missed anything. Which is possible. There's a lot to look at here. And it can be quite difficult to look into, you know? You can miss a spot, misplaced something, added another thing when it didn't really need to be added. Seems like everything is A-okay. I think we're good. Remember, we don't count the player because that's its own separate thing that shows up when, what do you call it? When the thing is where it needs to be. Alright, give me the crop. Yes. Now let's save as. Let's go to our texture shortcuts. And I believe PNG. I want large icons. Zone 3, level 2. Yes. And I think that's all. If I miss anything, I missed something. It can't really be helped. And I'll just close this for now, since that's pretty much all that we need to do here. Because it doesn't matter if I closed all of this. But I don't think anything else here changed. I'm pretty sure this should all be good. I hope. This should be the same number as the other one. I think. Which is 10 million. I mean, I could double check real quick just because. Just in case, not just because. God dang, they be banging. Not the good kind of banging. Yeah, that's 10 million. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the thing here. Alright. Don't build it yet. I need to set everything up properly. Let's go over to the Mountain Crossroads. And let's head on over to... Ooh, where is it? Levels. Level 2. Oh, wait. Get out that. Okay, yeah, that was definitely right. I remember that happening multiple times. So that's... Oh, God. It's fine. Everything is fine. Okay. Now that we're here, I'm going to hide some of these scripts because I don't need... especially don't need that. Let's see. I think I can remember. Sprite 2D UI, pixel unit 1. Point no filter. Apply. I was right. Perfect. Now I just need the material. For 2. And I just need to drag this over to here. And now I drag this over here. So all I gotta do now is just grab the player mark, show it for me real quick. And boom. And this basically does take us to the thing, right? It makes it level 2. And where's the other one? Level stop. And it takes us straight to there. I mean, all the names are pretty much set automatically for us, so we didn't have to worry about that. And that was the whole point of doing that. Now, this is the arrows. I want the transfer. The corners. Which should be actually just the pathway, but I guess I called it corners, so it's called corners. Okay, this should be pretty easy though, right? Because all this is just more corners. 25. Alright, what is your number? 90? Yeah, 90. 90. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I was going to say, is that actually right? But no, it is fine. It's right. 270. Now we go to the ramp. Well, that doesn't help anyone's case now, does it? It's fine. You want to be a bitch? I'll be a bitch back. Most of that doesn't even really matter that much. I need to go to 1 here. I think you probably need to be 180. Go here. And then you just need to go here, right? Feels about right. And that's only that part right there. We still have side path 1, which I think is this, right? Path 4, path 5, yeah. Side path 1. So we basically just need a ramp. Now I just need you to go over here. Stop being a dumbass with your frickin'... I want you to be a whole number. If you need to be a whole number, you need to be a whole fucking number. You stupid bitch. Fred Flintstone's home. God, what number is it? 90? Yeah, it's gotta be 90. I believe. Yep, 90 seems about right. And it goes up multiple times, but that should be fine because it's essentially the same thing over and over again. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to test it. And then we'll figure out why it doesn't work, even though it should work, because it's basically just, oh, move there, oh, move there, oh, move there, and so on and so forth. I'm mostly just doing this so that we have access to the areas as we come along. You just need to move by 25. And then after that, I'll move you up, rotate you in the right direction. That's not the right direction. 0. Where the hell are you at? Oh, that's the main path. Hold on. You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be down here. No, you're supposed to be here. Wrong. Really, you're the only one that's wrong here. Nope. For fuck's sakes. The order really doesn't matter. I just want this to look nice in the way this is set. And then you just go straight into here. I'm more so curious to see what this area looks like as we get over here. Because we're looking at it like this. You, the player, would look at it through here. So I want to get that view. Also, you're in the wrong goddamn path, so I need you all to go to the side path. Unless that somehow messes some of you up, but it shouldn't. I do think it's a bit stupid if it messes you up. But it's fine. I'll fix it if I need to fix it. This should be fine. Since it's still kind of going in like descending. Descending south, ascending north. It's not fine if it goes in a different direction. And then all I gotta do is just take the corner here and move it down to here, and then move it down even further. Here. Why? I'll just adjust you accordingly. I don't understand the program's reasoning for what it does. It makes no sense to me. But it's fine. For the most part, if everything's a nice whole number, it doesn't matter. I guess we should keep in mind that if something fucks up in that department, assume that one of them is not a whole number. Or something fucks up on one occasion but then doesn't fuck up another time, assume it's not a whole number. The lighting here should be set, so that should be good. We shall now build, because we have everything here set. Yes, select folder. And we got 7 minutes to do this in-game with all the music, and that's why I have this on, but also there's the sound effect, so anyways, yeah. It's nice to have another hour-long episode, or at least close to an hour-long episode. Don't think anything here should be wrong. Everything here should be right. Right? Yeah. We fixed everything when we made the first level. I hope. I really do hope. Either way, this has been quite a week of recordings, because there's some frustrations. Aside from Minecraft is more like frustration because of the time constraint, but also, man, it felt good getting that damn wall finished. But the other 3 episodes were just all frustrations. So it's nice to have GameCraft be mostly fine. You know, minus my own stupidity with some of the levels here. But other than that, I think we're good. I'll have to leave this open so, you know, we don't have to worry about the nonsense. You really gotta play a level in full screen to get a good scope of just how it's made and built. Because doing it on this small of a screen is just not as good. But yeah, I will say, this level, tricky at first, but it's not that bad. Especially once you get to the point where you just murder a bunch of enemies, it's pretty... I swear, this stupid frickin'... Alright, load game. I gotta like twist the thing in there just to get it to work. I don't know, is it the thing or is it the headphones? Anyways, let's go into file 3 and move this off the screen, goddammit. I should figure out how to disable that. Oh, I forgot the name. That's fine, we'll figure out a name as we go along. Alright. Oh god, I somehow miraculously dodged everything. Don't go yet, go after this guy. It's the only safe time to go, I think. Go now. God, the general complexity of the level and the severe fear of having to go through this, mixed with the music, it really just make this level this zone an intimidating one. Except for this part. This part I made pretty easy. Out of everything here, this was the easiest section. But hey, it's fine to have an easy section every now and again. We can't have it all be a pain in the ass, right? Gotta kill these guys at least. I gotta make this area easier for me. I still think killing them this way is probably better. There we go. Now we go through this, and don't do the stupid. Kill this guy. Make this area a million times easier. That's what I like about the crate. It can really make a level easy if you know how to use it. Wait. I couldn't. At least that's not as bad. But at least now I don't have to go through the whole song and dance of doing that. Alright. Kill him. Kill him. Alright, now all that's been easy. Except for this part, which is still a little tricky, but not too bad. Okay, though I suppose we can go this way now since this is open. Kill them, kill him. Kill him. And kill one of these guys. Alright. Although most of this is not really that hard. Boom! And we did it without dying! Killed as many enemies as we could there. Enemy kill maxing and whatnot, you know? Nothing new happened here, but now we have access to this. Which does work, which is good. That's good to know. We don't have access to this area yet, but boy, that looks nice. Got a nice shaded mountain there. At least I know that works. Of course, it should work. Why wouldn't it work? I think the most logical next step would be going right. Because that level took like 5 minutes to go through. Yeah, you enter the level and it looks like that, basically. You don't know what's up there. Then you go up to here. You still don't really know what's up there. You'll see a gate with some indentations, but other than that, unless you complete this level, you won't know what's up there. And then we go to this little section over here, where you'll see some braziers. I'll leave it here, though. And went up to 2, everything pretty much worked the way it should, and that's good. But what should we call this level? That's a good question. Shouldn't be that hard to come up with a name, right? Let's just quit. Yep. Alright. I'll take this off now since we're pretty much done. But now, what do we call this level is the question. That is a good question. It would be here, it would be in followers, and I think it would be not here, but level hub. Do we have any names with tricky? We can't really use crossroads. Did we use roundabout already? I'm pretty sure we did. You know, I feel like what we should do before I close this, I should grab all the names for all of the levels. I should do with the high cliffs first, actually. No, not here. Go to here. Go to here. Here and here. What was the button to screenshot this? Yeah. Go to grasslands now. Keep forgetting where I need to go. Main camera, level hub, and screenshot. And as I go look for my screenshots real quick, I don't think there should be anything in there that YouTube will be upsetty spaghetti about, but just in case. Well, a few things screenshot-wise for a drawing, but other than that, there's Painkiller's ammunition location if you want to see what that is. If you wanted to know how to get all the ammunition boxes in this godforsaken boss level. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to look at the level names. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Did we use tricky anywhere here? I don't think we use roundabout here. I don't see roundabout. How about here? Rotating roundabout, right. But did we use tricky? Trying to come up with names for over 900 and or not over 999 levels. It's gonna be tricky, bitch. So we could probably call. No, I gotta go to Mountain. We could probably call this like tricky. Tricky four-way. You can't really go four ways, but. Tricky four-ways. Tricky four-way, sure, why not? It's pretty tricky. There's 4 different directions. You can only really go in like one. Well, no. But it is tricky. Except for these 2 sections. These 2 aren't that bad. This one, ooh. This one, ooh. At least in the beginning. Kill the enemies, really. That's really the easiest way to go about doing that, is to just kill the enemies. Alright, well, I do believe that's it. So, with that being said, and I also probably should close these out so I don't have to worry about them being open. With that being said, thank you all for watching today's episode of Game Crafters. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out that there playlist, and of course, previous episode of Game Crafters right over here, and the most recent episode of Minecraft ROTC edition right over here. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode. Later.